Hello YouTube, I have a story for you. When the Washington Capitals beat the Boston Bruins in the NHL playoffs, it was one of the league's only black players, Joel Ward, who scored the series-winning goal in overtime. You can imagine the Bruins fans were pretty upset, right? Well, I'd say that upset is a bit of an understatement. After the game, the internet exploded with racism from multiple different social media websites, including Twitter and YouTube, just to name a few. Some of the perpetrators were reported to their schools' administrations, and some kids were even kicked off their youth hockey teams. Which gives us somewhat of a sense of justice, right? Well, sort of. The thing is, the real story isn't that people on the internet lambasted Joel Ward after the Bruins' loss. The real story is that people on the internet are saying racist things all the time. It seems like the internet is more or less of a representation of the real world. I would even argue that it is real life, not some separate realm of existence. There is no line between offline and online. And I ain't lying. The difference is that the internet is overridden with overtly offensive racism. Real-life interactions do not reflect this sort of vulgar racism. Racism exists in our laws, institutions, and cultural assumptions, but the nasty, wear-it-on-your-sleeve racism is way less prevalent in the real world. But why is it so prevalent on the internet and specifically YouTube? I've come up with 3 possible reasons. But first, I want to share a couple adjustments that YouTube has made to prevent racism in order to give you a little hope before I delve deeper into the problem. One thing that YouTube has done to help prevent racism is change what comments you see at the top. The most recent comments used to show up at the top of the comment section, which meant anybody's comment, no matter how racist, would be easily visible. Now the new system uses algorithms to determine the people you most likely want to see up top, like comments from your friends, the video creator, or other people that you've shown interest in with your online activity. Another thing that YouTube has done is allow you to decide how public your comment is. This means that you can decide if your comment is public, only visible to people within your circles, or even a custom list of your friends. In this way, you don't have to be screamed at by online trolls or racists for expressing your opinion. Another thing is filters. Content creators can choose to allow all comments in, turn off commenting completely, or manually approve each comment. This means that you can erase any racism from your channel, which is awesome. Unfortunately for big channels, it is impossible to sift through every comment that comes in. But content creators can add keywords to a blacklist. One might filter words commonly associated with hate speech. In addition, content creators can assign people to an approved list or a blocked list. So anybody that has been racist in the past can stay on your blocked list for eternity. Now that I've shared some ways in which YouTube has modified its system to help mitigate racism, I want to share my 3 reasons for why racism is much more prevalent online than in real life. Number 1. Group polarization. A group of like-minded people will be way more extreme in their opinions after discussing it at length and receiving validation from others that share the same point of view. Basically, with affinity comes extremity. Let's take the Joel Ward example again. After racist social media users saw all of the racism, they were more inclined to share their racism because they felt it was a safe space for racism. A safe space for racism. How about that for irony? Ultimately, this safe space for racism just creates an alternate cyber world where prejudices are shared among a bunch of people, which perpetuates the intolerance. And this is no good. Number 2, shock value. The loudest, most brash comments receive the most attention because they are very shocking. Often, racist comment sections become a bigger attraction than the video itself, as in the case of Joel Ward. Personally, I heard more about the racism his series-winning goal stirred up than the series-winning goal itself. Oh, by the way, did I mention that it was a series-winning goal? A series-winning goal! Well, anyways, because these comments startle the audience so much, they really capture their attention, which gives the comment creator the instant gratification of popularity. Also, because there is so much content being uploaded at any given second, this is a really easy way to get noticed. Number 3, anonymity. People are racist on YouTube because no one knows who you are. You can say whatever you want without the consequences that you'd have to deal with in real life, because on YouTube, you are known only as your account name and nothing more. With these 3 reasons in mind, I want to propose a few solutions. In regard to group polarization, challenge yourself to participate in online discussion with people that don't share the same point of view as you. If you see someone online that is saying something racially insensitive, challenge them. Even if they lash out at you for challenging their beliefs, then at least they've been presented with a new idea. Who knows? Maybe your comment, along with other ways in which that person has been challenged throughout their life, will contribute to a turning point in their perception of race and social justice. In regard to shock value, challenge yourself to do it with taste. What do I mean by this? Well, shock value is fun and all, but it's important that you have intention that goes beyond striving to be popular. The more people there are online trying to get in the spotlight, the the more encouraged people will be to say something shocking, like a racist comment. So do your part, and make sure your motive is positive when incorporating shock into your online posts. In regard to anonymity, set an example by taking ownership of your identity online. Even if your identity is a YouTube account that doesn't disclose your actual name, act as though you are being represented. Try to take yourself seriously, because as I stated before, the internet is real life. With the help that YouTube has already provided, like filters, private conversations, and blocked lists, you should feel inspired to get out there and use the solutions that I mentioned. This isn't a problem that will be fixed overnight, and it may not even change that much in your lifetime, but I can guarantee that your efforts will help mitigate online racism. Thank you.